Works of art by Francis Bacon, Jean-Michel Basquiat and Jeff Koons go under the hammer this week as London's major auction houses hold their contemporary art sales. The pieces are expected to fetch astronomical sums in the latest test for the bubbling marketplace. The market is surprisingly upbeat. At last week's Impressionist and Modern Art sales, Monet's water lilies sold for $80.5 million. Despite this, many analysts are concerned we're in a bubble which is ready to burst. As the credit crunch deepens, it is difficult to see how the art world can continue to insulate itself.
The truth is that there isn't such a great analogy between difficulties in the stock market and in the art market. The two haven't always gone hand in hand.
This is certainly clear from the spring sales in New York, where Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich snapped up two pieces by Francis Bacon and Lucian Freud for almost $120 million. In fact, art is often viewed as a safe haven in times of market volatility.
Generally, art has shown to have a lower return than equities, for example, but higher than fixed income securities.
What's more, with record oil and energy prices, a new breed of buyers is emerging.
Historically, in the 90s, many of the key major works in our sales were sold to American bidders, whether they were auctioned in London or in New York. But now what we're seeing over recent years is a much broader group of global buyers coming into the marketplace, be they from Russia, from Asia, from the Middle East, from the Gulf, or across Europe and America.
And it looks like these new players are a major driver behind booming art prices.
There's huge new audiences, huge new groups of people who still don't have a Bacon or they don't have a Damien Hirst, and they're going to be buying them at auction.
But some are worried that cracks are beginning to emerge between the best and the rest.
The market is not going to crash, but it will soften down a bit on the mediocre and low level art.
To protect against lacklustre demand, some art houses are adopting a cautious strategy when it comes to guaranteeing sales.
We've been very selective on which works we've chosen to guarantee this time in terms of the financial risk, but also looking very much at the quality of the works and the ones that we think will perform extremely well in this market.
This summer's auction season is off to a rousing start. Hundreds of people are expected to walk up these stairs for the contemporary art sales. All eyes will be on how much money is being spent, who's doing the spending, and whether the market can continue to defy the credit crunch. Jo Webster, CNBC Europe.